Part 6 of Christian Girl Gone Feral, how I went from a church program to people-pleasing wife drowning in burnout and bogus mental health labels to a spiritually awake millionaire who finally respects herself instead of abandons herself. After getting fired from that toxic 8 to 5, I had one thing going for me, a skill. It was a real high value skill that I learned at the court reporting office before they kicked me to the curb. I think I forgot to mention that it was court reporting office. I started at the front desk there, and then I moved into production and went into marketing. But production is where I learned how to proofread transcripts and perfect them as the final legal record. Anyway, everybody in the office knew I was the best proofreader. And I watched invoices come in for the freelance proofreaders that we hired, and they were making some good money from home, doing what I could do faster and better. I was only getting paid $16 an hour, no matter how many pages that I proofread. So when I got fired, I didn't panic. I didn't have to go on a job hunt immediately. I was already going to go back to school, but I just said, well, I guess I'm working for myself now. I didn't even know that was called freelancing. Kept a couple of clients who already loved my work. I got plugged into one of our competitors, and before long, I was making a full-time income as a freelance proofreader from home, from my couch, on my iPad. And from 2012 to 2014, it was basically my entire livelihood. I was making over $40,000 a year part-time. This is the kind of money I never would have seen at that office, where I was underpaid, micromanaged, and insulted. And then people started asking, well, how did you learn this? How do I get clients? Can you teach me how to do this? And in late 2014, I finally said, okay. I sat down one weekend and I opened up a Word document and I wrote out 30 pages that explained everything that I knew. And I sold it to 17 people. And the funny part is that I had typos in it. It was a proofreading book with typos. The irony was hilarious, but people loved it anyway because it worked. And that's when I realized, oh, this needs to be a little bit more than a document. So I shut the ebook down and I built the entire online course by myself. Videos, modules, websites, all of it. And in February 2015, I launched a full online course on my website, proofreadanywhere.com. It still exists today. And 3 months later, I had already made over $100,000. And I was able to give all my proofreading clients to my students because I didn't need them anymore. I didn't have time. Proofread Anywhere didn't just do well. It exploded. It changed my life really fast, and it set me on a trajectory I never expected. I was able to travel the world. I learned a third language. I built what turned out to be a multi-million-dollar business, and I also burned out harder than I ever thought was possible. So in part 7, we're going to talk about the rocket ship, the rise, the travel, all the momentum I built, and the first signs that I was flying a little too close to the sun. I'll see you in the next one.